Hello and welcome to another episode of Agri Art. Throughout ancient times, specifically the 17th century, within Croatia, Christian saints and martyrs have been frequently associated with both torture as well as renewal. Saint Agatha became the patron of nursing women after her breasts were removed. Saint Paulina had her teeth ripped out and became known as the patron of dentists. Saint Erasmus, who got gutted, became the patron saint of abdominal diseases, and Saint Lawrence became known for healing and renewal after being burnt alive, and so on and so forth. The saints were depicted often within Croatian art. Within paintings and depictions of these saints, various pieces of livestock were also depicted alongside them. Indeed, livestock became major parts of Croatian Christian iconography. Dr. Ante Škrobonja, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, analyzed multiple pieces of Christian iconography within Croatia, so that one could review and learn about the symbolism of the different animals and their symbolism associated with said animals within the context of the painting. Let's get started. The first animal we'll cover, used as a symbol, will be the camel. The camel has been used as a symbol of cognition since it never accepts excessive loads, but it's also used as a symbol of obedience since the camel is quite obedient in terms of how easy it is to make it a beast of burden. Various artworks also personify different continents. In this case, the camel is a symbol of Asia. It was also used as a symbol of 5 saints. One of the early Christian saints, Saint Jerome, spent a great deal of time on his own with a camel, just translating the Bible. Saint Menes was killed, and his body was carried by 2 camels to his final burial place. And within local folklore, it is said that Saint Cosmas and Saint Damien, just before they were about to be killed, was warned by a camel who was given the power of speech, who told them to get a joined tomb, and Saint Cosmas and Saint Damien obliged. It was also an attribute of Saint Aphrodisius, due to his association with the Emperor Aphrodisius, who also used a camel. The next animal is the cow, which despite its commonality within agriculture, even in modern times, do not appear very often within the realm of Christian iconography in Croatia. They do often appear, however, in association with Saint Erfem, Saint Leonard, Saint Patrick, and Saint Perpetua. All the above saints come from regions where cattle raising is common. Still within the realm of cattle, the bull is also an iconographic symbol within various saints. In one piece of folklore, Saint Sylvester revived a perished bull, and is also associated with Saint Saturninus and Saint Blandin, as both individuals were executed using the brass bull. Others such as Saint Eustace, Saint Hippolytus, and Saint Pelagia were also executed using this means, and as such are often symbolized by the bull. The steer, or castrated bull, is sometimes associated with Saint Bravin and Saint Eugenia, but is most often associated with Saint Thomas Aquinas and Saint Herbot. Saint Herbot being one of the patrons of herds and cattlemen, and Saint Thomas Aquinas because his colleagues called him the mute steer, as he was very solitary in life. Next we'll cover the dog iconography. The dog is often associated with Saint Roch, based on a legend that Saint Roch got ill of the plague and was forced to be isolated in a cave. His dog, however, did not leave him and continued to bring him food regularly, and was eventually granted the power to heal him of his plague through his licks. The dog is also associated with Saint Dominic, who exorcised a demon from a dog, and those who followed Saint Dominic became known as the Dominicanes, or God's dogs. Hello, I just want to let you know, if you want to fund this channel, you can do so on the platforms seen in the description below. Now on to the next few animals. We'll start with the donkey. The donkey was the most common means of transportation in the Old Testament, and since the saints Francis, Philibert, John Chrysostom, and Saint Hilarion used donkeys as the primary means of transport, these individuals were often associated with the donkey. The donkey is also associated with Saint Anthony of Padua. It is said that when he was giving a communion, one donkey walked towards the communion cracker and kneel before it. Next we'll talk about the rooster. The rooster alongside the eagle and lamb are the emblem symbols of Jesus. Due to his religious fervor, Saint Gall became associated with the rooster. The goose is associated with Saint Martin because his feast day on November 11th overlaps coincidentally with a migration of wild geese in his local area. The dove is a symbol of all the saints and is the most frequent symbol of the Holy Spirit. In all paintings involving a saint, a dove is always following them, symbolizing the ever-present nature of the Holy Spirit within the saints. The old appearance of a horse within the Old Testament is connected with the prophets Elias and Eliseus. In the later symbolism of continents, where each continent was associated with its own symbol, the horse became the symbol of Europe. From a saint perspective, the horse is most associated with Saint Hippolytus, due to the Greek word hippos, meaning horse. Another saint associated with the horse would be Saint Elegius, who was considered the best expert in horses at the time. Within the symbolism of saints, the pig is associated with Saint Blas, who in one of his paintings was given a sacrifice of a pig. Pig is also associated more positively with Saint Anthony the Hermit, who was an expert vet of his age. The lamb is a common symbol of Christians, Christ, and the saints themselves, often associated with John the Baptist, with lambs often being companions of Saint Clement and Saint Francis of Assisi. Saint Wendelinus was a patron of shepherds, and as such was also associated with lamb. Saint Colette is known to be associated with different legends surrounding the lamb that would follow her to church and kneel down with her during Mass. Two saints, both with the name Agnes, were also associated with the lamb due to the fact that the Latin word for lamb is Agnes. We'll conclude by talking about the bee. In Croatia, the bee is used as a symbol of Jesus, with the honey symbolizing grace and the stings symbolizing judgment. It was also associated with pleasant words and the Holy Word itself. 3 orators of the Holy Bible that were well loved back in their time became associated with the bee and honey. These are Saint Ambrosius, Saint Bernard, and Saint John Chrysostom. And that's all the symbols we have. The cat, hen, chicken, and duck were absent during this process, as well as various songbirds and the like, although the reason why is unknown. But that's all for this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you for watching.